You mean this one?
Yeah, it says create the timeline or
You just
view.
want to click it.
I don't have that.
Ah, you know what? Go down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for it like 2 weeks ago when I was doing something on it.
Yeah, that's a little confusing, exactly.
The CS6 is weird.
CX6 is a little bit different. It is a challenge, trust me. So so in the aspect of the, let me go back to here, take this away. So we talked about slices. Does anybody have any question about the slice tool and why we use it?
Can you show me how to use? Can you show us how to use it again? Because I kind of forgot.
Okay, good. Now I'm not requesting you to use
I don't
this
think
tool.
I don't think I was there for that.
So let's do the slice tool. I want you to understand that this is important to know that the slice tool is what web designers use once they have gotten the approval of the web design, like this, to say this is all done, and it's ready now to be programmed into HTML5 and CSS3, which is the computer language scripting language to build web pages and most interactive pages outside of other programs such as PHP or JavaScript and so forth. But then the designer, namely yourselves, needs to extract the images from the website so that the programmer knows exactly the size of the image. So let me just show you. Now, as you notice on my layers here, notice how everything is called. So there is the header. So we call this the header in web design. And then the footer is down here. And that's important to know that those two headers and footers often remain on the whole entire website, no matter what page you click to. So it's very important to lock those two things down in web design so that, number one, people know where they are, and number two, the footer is very informative. Then the main part of the page here is to help people be engaged. So that's why you often see video now, or animated GIFs, or just lovely photographs, whatever it may be. And then they have the links, the pages to go. Now, what's important to understand is that web design has gotten much more designing with Photoshop than ever before. So that is, whoa, that's what happens when I scroll my mouse. Sorry, it feels like you're on a roller coaster. Let's put that back to the screen. Okay. And so then, so these are what we call fundamental pages. Then we have what we call the hook. Like what's going on right now that is really important. So obviously, no matter where you go, the college website, or pretty much the majority of websites, they will have COVID right in the front because that's on everybody's mind, on everybody's industry. And so they'll have that as what we call a promotional banner here. And then when you're really pushing the marketing target, then you have a button like this that really directs them to go where you want them to go. So this is just a very basic page. And you can imagine that if this was a page which is traditionally scrolled, I would be able to scroll like so. Let me get this up. Let me get this to fit on screen. I would be able to scroll and it would go down, 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 and the footer would be on the bottom, but the header sometimes remains and the content goes behind it. So the reason why I'm telling you this is that this is when you have to extract your images for the programmer using Photoshop. So the way we do this is we use the slice tool, and the slice tool in most cases is under the crop tool. So the slice tool makes the crop. The selection, you can label it. So I'm going to do a slice tool like this, and I'm going to give it a little white here. And now that is an image with the slices here that is cropped. And let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah.
What do you mean that it had the slices?
So basically what this tool does is when you have the crop tool, you basically crop the entire page.
Right.
But the slice tool crops only what you have sliced, only.
Okay. Okay.
It keeps it intact, but upon export, it delivers all the slices you have made. So you could have 20 images on here that are only a JPEG or a PNG, and the programmer needs them. So at this point, this is what a common responsibility is for web designers, is to be able to slice the images from the page and give the size, the accurate size, so that the programmers can place it right where it's supposed to go. So now, as you notice, let me get rid of these guides to show you. So right here, you see slice 1, slice 2, slice 3. Whenever you make a slice, it makes all the other slices, and then you can customize it. So right now, this 1 is theoretically the header. Now, it's a very simple header, but this could be very, very well designed. It could have a lot of patterns. It could be a lot of things, and you want it to be one image, which would probably include the logo as it is here. These images, such as 2, if I go to select the select tool actually names the image. So you've got a lot of crops, you got a lot of images that are cropped, but what are their names? So what you do is you double click, the window pops up, and now I can call this homepage promo 4-20 for April 20.
And that was under crop what?
That would be under, when you come over here, mouse down, select slice tool. And when you double click, this window pops up when you double click on the slice. And now I can make this be, I could abbreviate, sometimes it's home page like that, promo, and then maybe a date, April 2020. Now, if you knew the link, you could put the link, but that's really, the programmer does that, so I wouldn't worry about that. This is if you wanted to make, what this does is you can actually make an interactive site through Photoshop with no code, and people can simulate what it actually looks like. So, but the point to be made is, in most cases, you're just extracting the images from the web layout that has been approved to prepare them for the programmer. And what the programmer is most interested in is the width and height right here. So it gives you the width and height of this slice 3, and it's going to be exported with this image. So I'm going to say OK. Then I'm going to go to the top one, double click it. I'm going to call it header, because that's the top, and logo. Now you can do underscore, you can do dash, but you cannot put symbols like /. You can never do that in code. Or %. Dash and underscore works like a charm. And then again, there's that height already there for you. And then you say OK. Now you would do that for all the images. Now on this one, this promo, I would turn everything off. And this one, I can make a separate slice. Now this is going to be a little bit different because you can see it's in within the slice right now, but this has a transparency. This is going to float on top of that photograph. So you need to export this to be on top of the photograph for the programmer. And the only way to do that is to make this one be transparency. And the only format that makes a transparency is a ping. JPEGs have no transparencies. Only pings have transparencies. So then you would double click this again. Now you see I have it listed for the other image. So I would re-export this out a different time so I could get that to be named as a ping. So now let me just bring this all up. And this is how do you get this out now? And this is the way you would get it out. You would come up here to File, Export, Save for Web.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
For the webs that we're doing right now, we're not putting in headers and footers and all of that, are we?
Well, you do already have that, Elise. On the website that we worked with, you have a header, which is where the page of the menu, and you have the logo. That is considered a header.
Okay, but do I need to put in a footer and all?
You have, the footer is on the bottom part. I mean, if you can, that's ideal. Sometimes the footer is not seen if you scroll down until you get to the bottom.
Also, I'm a little confused because the page that you have up here is a little bit longer, and the one that you told us, the size that you told us to use is more
Horizontal.
Yeah.
That's because it's a screenshot. So in other words,
Okay.
if this was, I'm going to bring down the guides now. If this was for horizontal, it probably would look like this. Let me.
Okay, because I was going to say, I don't feel like I have any room to add.
Right. Exactly. So you see right here,
more.
right, what I have here, right, with the blue line, that would be something like yours.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about adding more on the bottom or.
No, you don't have to do the header.
Okay.
But if somebody had, a page that they wanted to do, I just wanted to talk about web design in a Photoshop.
I just wanted to clarify because I was a little confused about that. Okay, thank you.
Yep, exactly. So this would be a page that would cut off right here. And often footers are always at the bottom of a scroll.
Yeah.
But very good question. Very good question on that.
We're using the page, the screenshot we have, right, to like a base to do that, right?
The web page, when you do this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I share my screen? No.
Yeah. Let me come out of this.
I opened.
Okay, Alex, go ahead, share.
I opened it as where is it? As a web document, right? To edit it.
Okay, good. Excellent.
All right,
so now this is this the template that you liked, and now you're going to make it become your nonprofit, or are you redesigning this?
Yeah, I'm gonna make this is a nonprofit association, so I'm gonna just like redesign it.
Are you doing a different nonprofit organization?
No, I'm using this one.
So you're using the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, and so are you redesigning it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, do you know how you're going to redesign it too?
No, I'm totally lost with this project.
So that's what's important. What you're going to do is you're going to find a template that you like.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Okay.
Find a web design that you like.
Okay.
Alex. And then you take your nonprofit and format it to be like that template.
Okay.
So Elise, she
you want me to share mine?
Yeah, we'll unshare yours, Alex.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, Monica.
Does
Go ahead, Elise, you can share. Go ahead,
I-
Monica.
I know you said that there's a 2-year degree that you can do for web design, but I was wondering if WCC offers anything in the summer that's kind of like, I mean, I know you can't do all the information in one class, but is there any kind of like web design 1 class that I could do like over the summer or something?
You said a very interesting statement. I'm waiting and pending on a degree program that will be teaching web design, and it will be called Interactive Technologies. And let me email you, Monica, on that. If you could email me, I'll reply with some classes that I think are online that will help you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay? Absolutely. Good question.
So
So
I
you
have,
see,
I
Elise, this
have
looks really great.
I have 2 options, but I think I'm going with this one.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. The only thing that I would do is in Canvas, I would give yourself a little bit more room on the bottom so that the E is not touching the edge.
Okay.
You remember how we talked about the upper left corner?
Mhm.
That's all you need as far as distance. So you can kind of bump that out with Canvas to give you more room on the bottom, but it came out really nice.
And now I'm starting the phone
Okay, good.
piece.
Yeah. Don't,
Which is
and
a
when you're doing the phone,
harder.
yeah, it is harder. Just the thing about the phone, remember to look at it 100%. Let's go 100% now. Go view. 100%. Okay, good. Because you want to be sure. Can I see the size? Is this the size that they gave you?
Yeah, this is the one you told me to use.
Okay, good, good. So let me look at image size on that.
Also, it's on the artboard. I remember you saying we're not supposed to use the artboard.
No,
but
no,
that's
it's not. It's not that you're not supposed to use it. What Photoshop has done has implemented an InDesign, an Illustrator component. It lets you have more than one page. Photoshop was always built with one page only, and that's it. You now can have multiple pages.
Well, it's interesting because when I opened this document, it just opened up an artboard.
Right, so now you can add another artboard.
I don't know if I need to, but okay.
No, what I'm saying is, no, you don't need to. What I'm saying is that when
Okay.
people do web design,
Oh, okay.
there are
Okay.
100 pages.
Okay. Okay.
And it was easier for them to kind of move these things around, for the other pages and so forth. Yeah.
Okay.
All good questions. So